What is going on, everybody? I decided to start the live a little bit early to give people more time to ask questions for us to be able to go over more things. If you guys are in the chat, let me know. How's the sound? How's everything going? What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing fantastic tonight. I know I'm a little bit early, but I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to go over more questions. And yeah, so if you guys are in the chat, let me know. Oh, what's up? Sound is good. What's up, Adam? Pullman, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you. Juan, what's going on? Johal, what's going on? SJ, what's going on, my man? Jenks, what's up? We are, yes. Good. Lou, what's going on? Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. We have a lot of good stuff that's happening in the market. We just made a deal with the European Union, and we postponed the deadline for the China deal. That's really big news, guys. Really big news. Trump keeps winning. United States keeps winning. And man, I just keep thinking, like, under what circumstances can this market actually tank? Like, think about it. Jerome Powell is going to be lowering rates, whether it's this meeting or the next meeting or even early next year. Like, this thing keeps running. It's going to be very hard for this thing to take a break. What do I think about APLD? I don't know anything about it. What is it? What is APLD? Broccoli, Bitcoin, Broccoli Bob. Can't stay for the live, but here for the like button. Thank you so much. Broccoli Bitcoin was or is an OG in the Palantir community. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Benjamin, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for our live, by the way. I really enjoyed speaking to you. I did see that you sent me an email. I will respond to it. And thank you very much for being here. Guys, if you have questions, just start asking questions. Let's go over plays. Let's answer questions. You guys know how this works. The more you guys ask, the more I can answer. I came in 20 minutes early to try to answer some questions. So if you guys have questions, just ask. If you guys have nothing to talk about, there's not much I could do. APLD, except for talking about the market. And the market seems like it's going to go up. Trump is absolutely killing it. What do you think about ASTS? I don't have the company. My space play is Voyager, but I know it has a really big community right now, the Space Mob. So that's awesome. I believe ASTS, Rocket Lab, a couple of other ones, though, but those are the two main ones that has a huge following. And I love stocks that have cult followings. So yeah, I like it. I definitely like it. Let's see. Do you have any ASTS? Didn't it take a break, ASTS? Present. Show screen. I mean, look at that chart. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't be buying here, but it looks beautiful. I mean, it looks great if you got into it. I mean, 220% in 1 year. It's beautiful. I wish I got in somewhere here. I'm definitely not going to be buying it anytime here. But it looks good. What do you think about Tesla? TSLL is just a 2x Tesla fund. So if you're bullish on Tesla, you know, TSLL is fine. Personally, I'm waiting until Tesla's going to go down. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I'm going to wait until to get into Tesla at lower mid 200s. I'm not going to be getting into Tesla or back into Tesla at these prices. I was able to sell a covered call, and I got assigned at 330, and I was happy to take that because I thought that the price might be going down, and I was kind of right on that one. Got lucky. But yeah, TSLL is fine if you like Tesla. I wouldn't be buying it right now. I would wait until it dips. Especially the 2x leverage funds are really good, especially if there's going to be like a massive dip, right? Hi, Adam. What do you think about a Nevada Semiconductor? Yeah, I wouldn't do a cash secured put on this whatsoever. Like, guys, you got to start understanding. You don't want to be selling cash secured puts when the price is this high. Like, you don't want to do it. Like, take the idea and throw it in the garbage. You want to sell cash secured puts here. You don't want to sell cash secured puts here. You don't want to sell cash secured puts here. Like, there's nothing good about this chart that you want to sell it. It is literally outside the Bollinger Bands. Like, there's nothing here. 750 would probably be one of the worst possible numbers you could sell cash secured puts on. So selling cash secured puts on this play is bad. Also, the expiration date is bad, and also the strike price or the stock itself is bad. So I don't like this play whatsoever. I have a Palantir covered call, 8-1, 150 strike, currently 995. Would you roll this? Yes, I would roll this. When is earnings? August 4th, which is basically next week. In 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sell call 995. I mean, in general, if I'm not mistaken, I wanted to be with Palantir at like 175 levels. It looks like it's starting to get to the overbought territory. It seems like it's overbought, but in general, I would have liked to be a little higher than this. So if it's me, I would probably do a I would like to be at the 175 level. So if it's me and I was rolling this, I would probably be rolling this to the 175 instead of 1 month, 2 months, just to get myself out of trouble, collect a little bit of premium. Because if Palantir is going to have a good earnings, this is going to keep going. At the same time, Palantir is just defying logic. You know, it's super overbought everywhere, but somehow it's just defying logic. So just because Palantir keeps defying logic, I probably would go 2 months instead of 1 month, and I would do a 175. Let me see if you could roll it to earnings. 157. The crazy thing is you could literally roll it 1 week and do a 157 if you wanted to, which is crazy, right? It brings you up like crazy. But yeah, I would like to be at least 175. Any bad news from Palantir, any bad earnings is going to make a drop. You could get like, this is not a bad one either. If you want to do a Hail Mary to get to 200, plus you're going to have $3.90, almost $4 in appreciation, which is not bad, right? Getting $4 in premium just to wait another 5 months is not bad. So maybe you want to do this one. But again, that's up to you, whatever you want to do. I hope that clears it up. But I would probably want to be at the 175 mark for Palantir, even though it's overbought. If this thing keeps running, is very crazy. I own 2,700 shares of AFG and accidentally bought 27 covered calls. Expires. Accidentally. I mean, I can't really help you. Don't make accidents. AFG. 135, 815. Are you underwater on it? I mean, if it's me, to be honest with you, I would just buy these out. You're gonna lose all your money probably on this 815, 135 because of time decay. Like, this is just gonna absolutely rip you in terms of time decay. So if it's me, I'll just take the loss and buy this back. I sold the June 15th, 2026 call for $22. Should I roll? Yes. Then what date? I don't know. What did you sold a June 15, 2026 call for what? What stock? What's up, Adam? Hey, Jason. I have a covered call Palantir 8 strike price 175. I'm fine with that. And covered call. So the 175, I would just leave it and see what happens during earnings for the Palantir. Or wait to see what's going to happen this week. Personally, because even if Palantir is going to go up, you should be able to be okay with that. That's why I was telling the gentleman earlier, I would like to be at the 175 level. But even if this goes up another 10%, this is going to put you literally at the 175, and you should be able to do an easy roll. And 10% is going to be a lot. I mean, the market cap of the company is $374 billion at this point. So if it's me, I wouldn't be touching the 175. I would just see how earnings goes personally. Robinhood. Robinhood, the same thing. You look good, So even if you're going to go to sell a call for 125, check this out. This is a very easy way, guys. By the way, if you guys have a call and you don't know what you should do with it, just check the call and go to the delta. The delta right now is at a 13. I mean, right here. And it's giving you a 90% in your favor. This is a good play, in my opinion. I wouldn't touch it. And for the Palantir one, same thing. Just to gauge how good you are, just go to the deltas, right? Remember, you want to be at around the 1 delta, 90% in your favor. This is kind of in that area. And for the Palantir one, you have so the Palantir one is not as good as the Robinhood one. But if it's me, I would just wait with the 175 because you should have an easy roll. But again, if you feel uncomfortable, just roll it now. You're going to get a really beautiful roll out of it. So, Jason, with the 175 covered call for Palantir, it seems like a solid play. And definitely Hood seems like a solid play. But if you feel a certain type of way, then make your move. 12.19 Palantir. What conditions would I like for rolling in? Would prefer to do some higher strike. So 12.19. 190. So that's the 15s. So if you can get this to January, let's see what you could get. 190 you had covered call. To the Marches. Preferably maybe 200s or something like this. Maybe you want to be somewhere around here, Ben, at 200 to 220 range till March. Something like that, if you want to keep going higher on the range. You could do 159 times 1.33, maybe 210, Something like this looks okay. If you want to keep raising the share price, the strike price, you could go like 220, but you're not going to get much premium out of it. It's tough, but again, like Palantir is supposed to break, but Palantir was supposed to break a long time. Like it just keeps riding the top of the Bollinger Bands. It's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Like it just keeps riding the top, riding the top, riding the top, and like these small drops. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what's happening. So kind of we got to see if the market is going to remain crazy for Palantir. I mean, we'll see what happens in earnings. I don't know if anybody else is like waiting for earnings and Palantir to do not so good. So you think it is going to go down. What's going to go down? What's your thought about owning shares not being capital efficient? What's your thought about owning shares not being capital efficient? Owning shares on what? What does that mean? What are your thoughts about owning shares not being capital efficient? I don't know what that means. Hard head I have. Yeah, no doubt. No worries, Patrick. BMNR options are new. What is your opinion with a 160 or more IV? So I don't do options on the BMNRs, the SBETs, the ASTS, not cash secured puts. I'll sell a covered call on them sometimes, but not the cash secured put. That's just my personal opinion. The premiums are great, but these things have 20, 30% dips every day, right? So it can go up and down 20% in a day. It's very, very, very risky to sell cash secured puts on this. You guys do whatever you want, but personally, I wouldn't. You know, unless you guys are ready to get assigned, you don't need to hunt. There's no reason. You don't have to hunt premiums. There's a lot of great plays out there without you having to hunt premiums. There's no point. Just, you know, look for a better play. But if you want straight premium and you're willing to take a risk, go for it. Tom, good evening, man. My pleasure, Jason. I want to roll to a closer date, not further out. $15. Okay. Out. Sell call. December's. All right. So if you want to roll to a closer date, you have to wait for the price to drop. So when the price drops, it's easier to do in and down. It's really hard to roll a covered call when everything is up, unfortunately. So Benjamin, you have to wait until the price is going to drop, and then you'll be able to roll. If you see the price drop like after earnings or something like that, if not, then you're not going to get a good roll, right? Like, so you have a December, right? Let's bring you to, I don't know, let's bring you to September. And you have a 190 for 15. So if you wanted to bring this down, for example, you would have to go to like 155. If Palantir is going to have a bad earnings, then you'll be okay. Are you comfortable doing this? Like, then you'll be okay. Right? So you have this one right here. You have a December 190. So you have 1490. So if you want to bring it in and you think Palantir is going to have a bad month, then you could bring it down to 150. I'm sorry, 155 even in September 19th. Something like this you could do. You could do September 5th and give yourself a month, which is still going to bring it down to roughly 155 or 152. Now, Palantir was literally just at these prices. So it all depends on how you're going to feel. Now, for the technicals, there's a huge line of support right here at about 143, 138. The 20 days at 144. The 50 day is at 136. So it all depends on how you feel about that, right? If they're just gonna do an okay earnings, not perfect, This thing is going to go below 150. It's like not hard for it to go below 150. So you can roll this to a 155 or 152 for September 5th. Sometimes during earnings, they're going to give you a crazy, crazy premium. You could bring it all the way down to 149 right after earnings, Benjamin, if you want to, right here, 149. But if their earnings are going to be good, the price is going to go up, right? It all depends on how you feel. Do you think they're going to do good earnings or bad earnings? They're due for a fall, but who knows what's going to happen? I mean, they keep having like good earnings, and the market keeps rewarding them. They need to bring at least 40%, right? Revenue growth. I don't know if they're going to do it. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know. Personally, I've been waiting for them to drop like for 6 months, and it just is not happening. So, but that's what you could do. You could roll in and down. If you don't want to be as risky, right now you're December 19th, bring it in 1 month. If you bring it in 1 month, you could bring it to 185 1 month in, but that's not really worth it for you, right? So, yeah. Let me see. Are you responding on the bottom? That makes you. Yeah, Benjamin, I'm looking at the comments. Do you have like a comment that you want to follow up on that? I hope it makes sense. Like, it all depends on how you feel about earnings. I'm telling you, I feel like Palantir should have been going down the whole time, but it just doesn't. It's not retracing. So it's up to you. Okay, I sold a June 15th SoFi. Oh, there you go. Okay. June 15th SoFi, 22 call. Should I roll? Yes. No. June 15th, 2026. June 15th, 2026. Wow. Should I roll? If it's me, I'm not rolling a year ahead. That's me personally. But you do whatever you want. I would just see what's going to end up happening. It's just, you have so much time value. So much time value. A roll is going to be so hard. Sometimes the best thing you could do is just sit on your hands and do nothing. However, it doesn't mean that I'm right. That's just what I would do. You do what's good for you. I'm not a financial advisor, purely entertainment. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I would not touch that. And I would just wait until it's closer to expiration. I'm here, yeah. I was just waiting for a little red day before making a roll again. Needed to escape my 155, 165 covered calls. Yeah, there you go. So wait to see what's going to happen. If earnings is going to be bad, you're going to get a much, much, much easier roll. That's like if. But like Palantir is due for a drop. I think it's like in the history of all stocks, period. This is like the most expensive stock ever. Like Palantir is more expensive of price to sales or revenue to share price than like Tesla was ever. It's pretty crazy. What are your thoughts on a cash secured put on APLD? Okay. So I don't know anything about this stock. Okay, let's see if we could get something like right around here, $4, but that's not going to happen. So again, guys, whoever brought up the last stock, I don't know who brought it up. Maybe this is the same stock. You don't want to sell a cash secured put here. Like, oh, the guy, the semiconductor, right? It's so strong. This is not where you want to sell a cash secured put. You want to sell a cash secured put here, like right here's. Like here. This is not the place to sell a cash secured put. Period. So if you're asking me my thoughts, not a good idea. I wouldn't touch it. But you could do whatever you want. Uh, David, you live in Brooklyn by any chance? Palantir 8-1, 170. I mean, this looks good to me. I wouldn't touch nothing. 170 looks really safe, and it's before earnings. Like, it looks pretty golden. If it's me, I wouldn't touch it, and probably right before earnings, I would sell a 4-week one. You met me in NYC. Cool, cool, cool. You met me in the meetup, Ahmet's meetup. I used got it. I used to have a buddy, same initials. That's why I'm asking. David ends with a Z. Um, okay, let's see. Where are we? 170 covered call for 8-1 looks very safe. Like even you could see it, right? Sell a call, so 170. You see, like if you guys ever want to know, are you safe-ish? Remember, like covered calls, you want to sell essentially like one delta, 90% in your favor. So all you got to do is check how much your contract is. So this is like a 14 delta, 88%, 89% in your favor, your play, David. So this, in my opinion, is a safe play. I wouldn't touch it. Again, anything can happen. You just want to get the most advantageous possible scenario in your favor, right? That's what you're working for when it comes to selling options. Anything can happen. You want to give yourself the most advantageous scenario. Hi, Adam. Nice to see you. Can you do technicals on HIMS? Is it a good time to do a covered call or cash secured put? Yeah, so I made a video on it earlier. If you're selling a covered call, I would do the $80 strikes or the $85 strikes for the August 22nd for a covered call. And for cash secured put, I wouldn't be selling right now. If you look at my video from earlier today, it literally came out, and the stock I was using was HIMS. I got a question. What's this about? I have an answer. What do you mean? Hey, Adam, did you start early? No, you're not late, Elaine. Thank you so much. Yeah, I started early. I wanted to give people more time to review things. So yeah, for sure. Rambler, what's up, man? Good to see you. Travis, what's up? Bro, I just want to say I appreciate you going over the other guys who talk just to hear themselves and try to sound smart and the scammers. I appreciate you over the guys. Refreshing to see someone who just makes money and to the point. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to cut through the fluff, cut through the bullshit, and give people a better avenue to speak to somebody who does this in stocks. Too many people on YouTube are bullshit. And if they did make it on YouTube, most of them used money from courses to elevate themselves in YouTube. So thank you very much for appreciating me. And there's no reason to spend thousands of dollars to speak to somebody just to get on some bullshit whack-ass Discord. I make money, so I recognize your game. Thank you so much. Real recognizes real. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family. I have 10 calls, both SoFi at 21 expiring January 19, 2026. What do you think about those losing money now? I have 10 calls bought for SoFi at 21. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. So, first of all, when you're buying options, it's very important to buy them for 15 months, my personal opinion. So you want to give yourself 3 months of time decay plus 12 months for the option to work out. Can I ask you at what price you bought it? When you bought the 10 options, what price was SoFi when you bought the options? A lot of people buy options in SoFi or other stocks when the stock is really, really high. And it's a very bad idea. In my opinion. That's not where you're gonna get the most money. Unless it's like it happens, don't get me wrong, like Robinhood or Palantir, but those are exceptions, not general, right? Play of it. Um, but if it's me, I'm just holding it. But you want to give yourself so 3 months. So until so January, December, November. So right now, I would just wait until October to see what's happening and what's happening with the prices. Worst case scenario, you can buy it at $21, right? You can buy it at $21 because you're in the money if you want to. Your time decay is not going to be too bad because you're in the money. But if SoFi goes below 21, that time decay is absolutely going to rip you apart. Hi, Adam. I have SoFi covered calls for August 1st, best rolling options. I got you. One moment. Um, SoFi, it's August 1st, sell covered call, $20, 174. Let's see if you can get a 4 week. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 4 week will get you 21. You're probably going to have to do a Hail Mary to get out of this one. That's not bad. I mean, you could do a $27 strike for January. That's not bad. That gives you some appreciation, right? You're going to get yourself $5. I'm sorry, you're going to get yourself $7 of appreciation. That's not bad. $7 is a lot. Think about it, right? That's not bad. That's like 35% or something. $7 on $20. That's not bad. Or you could wait. But if a stock is going up and I'm a little below, like right now, you have the last opportunity to roll. If SoFi goes down, obviously you're going to have a better opportunity. But if it keeps going up, you're going to have a hard roll. So I would probably bring this to $27 for January. And if you get closer to January and then SoFi is anywhere near 27, like 28 or 29 or 30, you'll roll it like to June. And you're just going to do Hail Marys after Hail Mary. Hopefully the price is going to take a little bit of a break. Hey, Rich Blackburn, would you consider selling the 130 calls? In essence, would you create a call spread to recoup some of your losses? Uh, Adam, thoughts? No, I would just buy out those options and that's it. I would buy out those options and keep it moving. Hi, Harry. Um, what's your thoughts on Oscar Snap? I mean, there's not much thoughts. Oscar's chilling. I'm waiting for earnings to follow it. I'm waiting for Snap earnings as well. Snap is doing good, right? Snap is up to $10 or so. Yeah, Snap is looking good. So guys, we have $8 cash secured puts that are expiring in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. Like literally, this is the lowest point. $7, 760, 783. We are $8. There has not been a point in 5 years that Snap has not bounced back from $8. Like, I'm not really worried about an $8 strike on Snap, to be honest with you, especially going into earnings at $10, maybe more. So I'm not worried about Snap at all. I would sell more Snap calls at $8 strike next month if I can still get at least 2%. But if Snap is going to go to like $12 or something, I'm not going to sell cash secured puts. In terms of Oscar, I mean, I have no issues with Oscar. I have shares of it. I have like 100 grand in it. I have covered calls, cash secured puts. And again, we have like $11 cash secured puts. Like, guys, the lowest it's been in 1 year is 11.60. And we have $11 strikes. What are you guys worried about? The key is not to sell covered calls here or here or here. Sell covered calls when you're all the way at the bottom and your strike price is below the lowest point of the year. When the strike price of your cash secured put is the lowest point and below that it's been literally for an entire year, you got some security there. I'm not saying you can't get caught. I'm just saying give yourself the most advantageous possible play. Also, Adam, I know you have other investments. You should take a look at the construction electrical companies. They are booming and are booming because of the data center built out demand. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have investments in my dividend plays. I have ET for energy transfer for a midstream energy line. And I also have AMLP, which also midstream ETF. I am looking into possibly buying a single family home building company, because I think that there's going to be a boom in real estate once the stock market once the rates are going to be lowered. Do you ever look at level 2 when you're day trading? Nope, I don't day trade. Number one, I trade month to month selling options. I don't consider myself a day trader. I don't even know what a level 2 order book is, so I never used it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, my pleasure. Adam, I have a man, you need to roll quickly. You kind of stuck, and there's not much you're going to be able to do here, Patrick. SoFi, I have a SoFi 16 call. It's 520. Yo, there's like not much you could do. Even if you're going to like June 26th, you basically are going to get to $20. I mean, you're still going to get like $4 of value. You need to roll it. I just don't know where you're rolling to. I'm just curious. You could go December 27. Patrick, you could go December 27 and do a $32 strike on SoFi. You know, I've done that before. I just roll it for like a few years, and if there's a downtrend, I'll roll in and down. I had an opportunity to do that with SoFi. I rolled it out like 1 year, so it's not as aggressive as 2.5 years. But hey, at that point, it's a free roll. Like, you don't really care what's happening. But I just don't know how else you can get out of the position. Do you day trade like day trade, and what are you? No, I don't day trade. Mike, what do you think about puts against Chewy? I don't like Chewy. I was going over it with somebody earlier today in one of my lives, of my one-on-ones, but we could review it. You see, the thing is, there's not much support here, so you would like to be like, let's see, like, I mean, it's still doing good, but it kind of took a dump. Maybe here, if you could get in on these numbers right here, maybe the under 30, maybe like 31. Let's see, maybe 31. All right, let's go 31. Sell put 1, 2, 3, 4. Chewy. Let's see how much premium you're gonna get though. Like, there's not much premium here, right? 33, a third. The problem is, like, if you're selling this one, which is like 15 delta, and you're selling it for 33, you're only getting 1% of premium. Like, is it worth it for 1%? And I wouldn't want to be selling Chewy for higher than that, right? So is that worth it for you? I don't think that this is a good play because, you're less than 20 delta, 85% in your favor, and you're getting 1%. It's not really too good. Like, even this one is 23 delta, 80%, like 100 divided by 34 equals times 0.45, 0.45. Like, even at 77% and 23 delta, you're only at 1.3%. So I wouldn't be touching this. It just does not make sense. There's so many other better opportunities. I try to get the 20 delta, 80%, and if it gives me 2%, then it might be a viable play. But if it's not giving you the 2%, there's no point. Like, there's so many plays, guys. There's so many plays. Rizwan, how are you? What do you think about Oscar? I have 15 contracts at $14. Strike expiring in 1 month for now. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I like to be like at the $11 mark, maybe $12, but $14 you should be okay. Right now, don't do anything because you're good. Basically, you're going to get to see earnings for free. Just don't do nothing. And then in 3 weeks, we'll revisit this. But I'm not mad at that play. That's okay. That's okay. What is your plan with Oscar? I bought shares of Oscar. I have about 100K of it. I have a lot of Oscar options at $11 strikes. I have options for covered calls at $25 strikes. And I also bought Oscar options, believe it or not. Bought, not sold, bought. I did January 2027 for $35 strikes. So if Oscar's going to keep going down, I might buy more, but this is going to be the first earnings call that I'm with Oscar, right? It's a new position. So let's see what's going to happen. I want to see what's going to happen with the position, and I'll listen to the earnings call, and then, I'll adapt from there. But so far, I'm okay with Oscar. No issues. Evening, Adam. Evening. Can't get enough of videos in education. Is the term multi-bagger something you use, or is that a general term for having different shares? Thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate it. So a multi-bagger just means that you multiplied your bag. So if you invested $1,000, that means that you made at least 2,000, right? 2,000 minus the initial 1,000 is 1,000. You multi-bagged. You 2x. Preferably you want to have as many multi-bags as possible, right? Like a 5x, a 10x, whatever, 3x, 4x. But the term multi-bagger just means that you multiplied your bag by X, right? 2X is a 2 multi-bagger, 3X is a 3 multi-bagger, so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, if you feel uncomfortable, do it, Travis. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for you to. Guys, if you feel uncomfortable with a certain play, even if you're not underwater, just roll it. Roll it early and give yourself the time, right? Don't go crazy. If you feel uncomfortable with the 175, go to 185, 190. It's not going to make a difference. Even if you don't collect premium for one play, it does not make a difference. I got a super chat. Thank you so much, Alfie. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Adam. I have a covered call on Palantir expiring January 27. What would you suggest would be able to keep the shares for the long term? There's not much you could do right now. Just keep waiting and look for an opportunity. My brother has a covered call for $47 or $50 for January 26. I think my son has a $60 for January 26. At the end of the day, just look for your opportunity. Sometimes there's just really nothing that you could do. And if there's nothing you could do, sometimes you just sit on your hands and you chill. You wait. You wait for your opportunity. And hopefully by the time January 27 comes, Palantir is going to be, somewhere around that price, and then you could roll. Even if Palantir goes to 200, you'll still be able to get a good roll. But sometimes there's not much you could do, unfortunately. And you just chill. That's for buying calls. You didn't switch it to sell when you were doing the original SoFi covered call analysis. So, what am I looking at again, Benjamin, on the SoFi? For sell call for the, what was the original strike? By the way, if you're doing the buys or the sells, they're essentially going to be the same thing, right? Like the 25. The difference is going to be a penny, right? Just to show you, like 80 cents, and then the sell is 79 cents. That's the bid and the ask that you guys usually see. But I'll be happy to redo it if you could just remind me what I'm looking at. Hi, Adam. I have a AMD covered call expiration 11/21. AMD exploded over the past few days. Should I roll? Depends on what you want to do. Some people want to roll early and try to save their shares and see what's going to happen. Any piece of bad news, the share price is going to chill and calm down. That all depends on what you want to do. If you think it's going to run away or not. Sometimes the best thing to do is just sit and chill. Like, I can't tell you what's the right play over here, but I probably would just hang out and see what's going to happen for November 21st. But you do what's good for you. Right now, you have an opportunity to roll because it's right under the current strike price. So your roll is going to be pretty good. The problem is you're going to be rolling like 4 months in advance and you have so much time on it. Sometimes you just have to play with the hand that you're dealt. I've been rolling this for a while. Maybe I just take the profits and let it go. Hey, you could do it, bro. You could do it. How much up are you on those SoFis? Oh man. I'm laughing because sometimes it is what it is, right? Sometimes it is what it is. You take the profits, you move on, you go and use the money for something else. Hi Adam, I have AMD. Hell no to Chewy. Oh, Laura, now I put a face on it. I wasn't sure if it was you or the person before you. Lauren is a big fan of Chewy. But seriously, the Chewy is not giving you much premium, and it's just not a worth it play, especially as the price is going to go up. You definitely don't want to sell. So if you are selling cash secured puts, right now would be better. Once it starts going up, you definitely don't want to be in the cash secured puts. I have a $10,000 account. What are some good stocks to wheel? You're kind of limited, my friend. You're kind of limited. I guess you could do Oscar for $10 cash secured put. Maybe you could do Oscar, sell, put 1, 2, 3, 4 to $10. You could do the $10 giving you 1%. So you mean you're not getting really too much over here. This is giving you the Oscar. Snap already went up. Lemonade maybe 33s. Lemonades 33s. Maybe this one right here, a third. Bidding is 15. Ask bid, sell put 160, bid ask 130, maybe to 34s. This number is going to get updated. This number is going to get updated. It's probably going to be like $1. It doesn't show up yet, but I would probably be doing something like this. Maybe lemonade. Maybe do 3 of these at $33. Yeah, this is a good one. It looks like a good one to me. Like this looks like a really good thing because like the 200-day moving average is at $34, which is right above the 33. You have the 100-day moving average, bottom of the Bollinger Bands, the 50-day moving average. You have this big ass volume right here. I would do a lemonade, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I would do a $33 or $34 lemonade play, or maybe 133 and 234s so that it adds up to 100. Something like this, or 134 and 233s for the lemonade. What is a good amount to start with? Really see the change. So, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. If you have a small account and you want to grow it and you want cash flow, options is not the way to do it. Selling options is not the way. Selling options is a lot safer. But if you really want to make money, you have to take risk in a short time, or just invest it and wait a long time, long time. If I had a small account, I would go hard to try to make asset appreciation. I'm not telling you to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know your situation. I don't know anything about you. I'm not a financial advisor, purely just entertainment. But for me, at my age, when I was 30 years old, 20 years old, I took as much risk as possible. That allowed me to get to a certain situation in life. And then on top of that, I built up the stocks, which really let me be where I am right now. It's very hard for you to sell options on $10,000. What are you going to make? $200-$300 a month? Fine. It's not a bad thing in a percentage, but it's not really going to grow your account. So, if it's me and I don't know your age, I don't know anything about you, I would probably be a little bit more aggressive with my investing. I would probably be buying options, not selling options. But be extremely careful because buying options is not easy, man. It's hard to make money. It's not easy. Despite what all these guru geniuses tell you, it is very hard. I lost tons of money. So be prepared to lose all your money. But it's also one of the few ways that you could take 10,000 and make it into 50,000, 40,000, right? Like, it is what it is. SoFi covered call at $40 out to December. Got tired to roll of the roller coaster. SoFi covered call at $40. So the $40 is great. I think that's beautiful. Big Bear AI and Lucid are good cash grabs, low dollar accounts. I don't like Lucid at all, whatsoever. Big Bear AI, I don't know anything about it, but I know Lucid is essentially all funded by the Saudis, right? They don't actually have anything. Other than that, everything is good. I just don't know anything about Big Bear AI, so I can't comment. Lucid, I don't like whatsoever. But if it works, it works. Doesn't matter what I like, as long as it works. Expiration date, great. 2% rule, good. Yeah, I don't buy options no more. It didn't go my way, but thanks for your feedback. I appreciate it. Yeah, my pleasure. I'm just trying to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, just being honest. Oleg, how you doing, my dear friend? Welcome, Jacksonville. I'm going to meet Oleg next week. I'm heading up to Miami. That's my friend Oleg. He's from Jacksonville. We're going to meet up. Be fun. Also, my friend Ahmed is doing a meetup at the end of August in Miami for his channel, Ahmed Investing. I am probably going to, not probably, I'm planning to be there as well. I bought in at 850 and we're rolling them up. I remember, you know, if you got in at 850, right, and you roll it to, well, what did we get you a roll at? 30 bucks, $32. You know, think about it. Right now, you're at $16. That's basically a double up in 2.5 years. Would that be bad? If SoFi hits $32, maybe. I mean, if somebody was to tell you you can double up your money in 2.5 years, is it worth it for you? So maybe it's not the end of the world to actually do a $32 covered call roll for December 2027. And then the shares that you lock up until you sell them, you can use as collateral for other plays. I'm not saying to do it. You do what's good for you, but is that really that bad? Think about it. $32. You bought it at 850. That's a 4x in a matter of 3.5 years. That's not bad. So if you think about it like that and you dissect it, right, and you reverse engineer it, it's not that bad of an idea. Snippy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Snippy. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you very, very much. Just got a sign that 750 looks like I'm going down. I am thinking to roll strike price. I would like your opinion. Hey Barry, your thoughts on utility? I am looking to a $7 cash secured put for 815. Just be very, very careful, Barry, with the yield maxes, because you got to see when they're paying the. Are we looking at the same thing? You're doing a cash secured. Are you saying that you want to do a cash secured put for $7 when the current price is 630? Are we looking at the same thing, or am I losing my mind? Big Bear just got a sign that's 750. Yeah, this is easy. Do a covered call. I'm thinking to roll the strike price. I just got assigned to 750. Okay. Hold on. So you bought the shares at 750? I'm thinking to roll the strike price to 650. What's going on? Would like your opinion. Are you saying that you bought the shares at 750? If you bought the shares at 750, why are you rolling to 650? Just sell a covered call. You're like right there. 750 is like right here. This is weekly premium, 90 cents. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this. The problem with this is it drops like, okay, you see all of these drops? Boom. These drops, a lot of them have to do with when it pays out the premiums. Selling a cash secured put on the yield maxes is so difficult. So difficult, man. You know what I mean? Like, and like, you're definitely gonna get assigned. So what are you trying to do? I don't get it. A cash secured, like, you understand that if you're doing a cash secured put at $7, it has to go up in price, the appreciation, by 30 cents, 70 cents. Like, when do you see it go up in a week by 70 cents, right? Like, you're like for sure gonna get assigned. Like 99% you're getting assigned. Am I losing my mind? 815 for 2 weeks. $7. Yeah, like what's the point of this? You're literally doing a 70 delta, bro. Like 70, 70 delta. You're like asking yourself to get wrecked. This is a terrible play, Barry. I'm not trying to clown you, but I don't understand it. Help me understand. This is a terrible play. It's like it's so bad. Dude, if you want to get in at 610, then do what you got to do. But I don't understand how this is a good play. I don't understand how that's a good play. But do what's good for you. I 100% agree. All of these yield maxes, and I own Misty. Um, the NAV erosion gets killed. Cash secured puts is terrible. Covered calls actually are much better than the cash secured puts. But there's not much appreciation here, man. It's crazy. It doesn't go up. No problem. I mean, honestly, I just don't get the play. The setup right now on Uber looks good. Okay. 82. Trade. Here, maybe here. 74s. 74 is good. 76. So, 74, 76. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do Uber because you want to be right here ish, right here. Even like 80, let's say 82. You're not getting enough premium. Like even at 82, you're not getting the premium, right? It's just not here. 100 divided by 82 equals times 102, right? So if I'm sorry, you guys are not seeing the screen. So on Uber, even 82, which is right outside of the technical analysis right here, you're only collecting 1.2%. And in reality, I wouldn't want to be here. I would want to be here, right? Closer to the 200-day moving average. Because, and then if you're doing that, you're not getting any premium right here, right? If you're going to like 78, you're not getting anything. You're getting like 0.5%. Because Uber's just been having a good time right here. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough to sell on these high ones. That's what I'm saying. You need to find, like, if this dips right here, then this would be a no good one. But to sell cash secured puts here is tough, man. It would be hard. So honestly, I wouldn't be selling right here. 8, sell put for 84. I mean, if you want to, it's not something I would sell. Like 84, maybe, at least you have like this support. If you really want to. It's not something I would do, but if you see it, then go for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that one. So do you just buy and hold Misty? Do you reinvest payouts? No, so I don't reinvest the payouts. I take it out and use it part of my portfolio. I have Misty and I just hold it. It's part of my larger dividend strategy. And that's it. I think I made I think I have I don't know if I'm up or not on it. 1 second. So I'm actually down on Misty 11%, and I have it since my average cost is $24.26. Um, so in July, I collected 4,700, June 5,600, May 9,000, April 5,000, March 3,200, February 3,900, January 2,000. So it's like 2, 3, 6, 9, 14, 23, 28, 32. So I collected like 32,000 on Misty, but I'm down 10,000. And I'm just holding on to it. I'm not doing anything. I don't reinvest it. Thomas, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Good evening. Good evening. Guys, we're gonna be doing this for about 10 more we're about to be doing this for 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna do only the members lives right after this at 9 o'clock. If you guys want to join us. How much technical analysis do you use for level 21 EMAs, etc.? I don't do exponential moving averages. I use the 20, the 50, 100, and 200-day simple moving averages. I use Bollinger Bands at 30 days. I use the VRVPs for my volumes. I use the RSI and the stochastic oscillator, and I use a couple of other things, but those are the main ones. You're not. Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing it. On selling cash secured puts on bull. I think bull started running, right? So if I get in like 10, so I know it just started running. So if I could get in somewhere here on bull for cash secured puts, I would do it. Maybe. So eights. So let's see. Sell put 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 seconds, $10. I would want to be somewhere like in the tens, but the lowest thing that they're giving me right here is $12. There's not much of a market here. $12, I don't know, maybe. $12, $12, $12, $12, $12, $12. I mean, I wouldn't risk it. There's no point. But I guess the best play you could do is a $12 one. It's not worth the risk for me. Not my play. Adam, thoughts about the overall? Yeah, so it's so crazy because you would think that the market is going to take a dump because it's had two amazing green years, right? 24, 23. And now 25, you assumed that it was going to be bad. But no, 25 is doing very well as well. At the same time, it's so hard to find something bearish because AI is here to stay. It's absolutely booming. Trump just sunned the European Union. Trump just sunned Japan. And we're just looking for Mexico and Canada, but I'm pretty sure he's going to sun them as well. He's winning on the tariffs like crazy. Everybody said, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. No. Jerome Powell is going to be cutting soon, or the person who's going to take over is going to cut soon. Like, it's very hard for me. The CPI data, all the data are going down. It's very hard for me to see a bearish case. And I speak to a lot of people, like we try to come up with an idea. It's just so hard to find the bearish case in the overall market, man. It's hard. In terms of August and September, I'm not really looking much into it. I am looking for an exit from crypto. So I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go to like 150. and then I'll be out of all of my proxy plays, and I'll just have like pure IBIT, a couple $100,000 in there, not much. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait. But there is gonna be a point where I'm okay going cash, right? Like Robinhood, I have $140 strikes for June of 26. I'm not gonna roll those. If I get 140, I'll take them. I'm not gonna roll those because at one point I like to take my money out and use it for something else. And if we can get to that next run, which I'm hoping is gonna happen, I'm gonna take a break from stocks. Let me rephrase. I'm not gonna not be in stocks. I'm just not gonna have anything crazy. I'm gonna have a ton of stocks, a ton of money on the sidelines, and I'll just be selling options. So in general, it's hard for me to find a bearish argument. Like, look at all the companies. They keep raising how much they're spending on capital expenditures, right? CapEx keeps going up, 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 up. It's like it's hard. It's hard. Like, what is the bearish case? What's the bearish case? Everyone thought like Israel, Iran, America is going to be like, that's it, World War III. Trump fixed that in like a week. Ukraine, Russia, this war is going to end soon. Middle East, it's going to calm down soon. Like, where is the bearish sentiment? Like, where is it at? Papa Trump is here. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, something has to go wrong, right? Like, there has to be a bearish situation because it can't keep just going green. But like, where is it? I can't see it. And plus, guys, I don't know if you guys use artificial intelligence like for business. Like, this shit is real. It really does help a lot. So prices are going to keep going down. GDP is going to keep going up. It's hard to see a bearish sentiment. You know? Guys, thank you very, very much. I'm about to have the members live in 4 minutes. If you guys want to become channel members and go to the members live, I will give you a link right now. You don't have to. It's only if you guys want another live. Feel free to join. Here you go, guys. That's the link to become a channel member. I'm going to have another live just for channel members in 3 minutes. I will talk to all of you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.